was in his prime. Michael Bisping just put on a stellar performance against Kung Lee. I mean, Bisping just ran him over.
Michael, the Count Bisping!
Luke Rockhold, you called me out. If you want to do it, let's dance. Here I am.
Luke Rockhold came over to the UFC in his first fight since Strikeforce, faced perhaps the best Vitor Belfort ever. In the 2 fights since then, he has been on a tear. He is a very elite, high-level middleweight. But this will be his sternest test in the UFC so far since the Vitor Belfort fight.
Victory tonight, puts me one step closer to that title.
I knock out Luke Rockhold. I'm the next #1 contender.
I want to put Michael Bisping to sleep. Can't wait to shut his mouth.
There's a long list of people that have said they're going to shut my mouth, and it didn't work out too well for them.
I'm going to put on a performance that's going to put fear into every middleweight in the world.
Luke Rockhold will be the next man to fall, and I will be world champion. It's my destiny.
Making his 3rd appearance on Australian soil, here is Michael the Count Bisping. Now, Dan, Bisping is an old friend of yours and one of the first fighters I looked up to, so it's easy to forget just how much he has achieved in the sport. But I watched a fightography program on UFC Fight Pass, and his Rags to Riches story is a great one of the very best strikers in the game. He's a great showman too, and that's been ever present in the lead up to this fight. Parking that for a second, this is such a crucial fight for Bisping as he continues to resurrect himself from career-threatening injuries, etc., and position himself for that elusive shot at the title. But stood in his way is the sternest of obstacles.
I have been waiting for this fight for a long time now. As soon as Rockhold called him out, I knew that Bisping would take the bait and want to get this fight started. Bisping, I've known him for about 12 years. He came into the gym before his first mixed martial arts bout, and he's just been a natural ever since day one. He picks things up, you teach him something one day and he uses it the next. And I've had some great sparring sessions. I've learned a lot from him, and I've always enjoyed watching him fight. He's a very intense character, a very polarizing character, and you can tell how easy it is to, how easy he finds it to irritate his opponents with the reaction that he's been getting from Rockhold all week.
And what a reception there for the Count, who has the greatest number of significant strikes landed in middleweight history. He actually threw 270 strikes against Kung Lee. The stats actually show that he throws more strikes the deeper the fight gets. So he just keeps on coming. Here is the #5 ranked middleweight in the world, Luke Rockhold. The former Strikeforce middleweight champion from California has wowed us whilst winning 11 of his last 12 fights. A Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt with credentials in both wrestling and judo. He has a self-proclaimed red belt in Jiu-Jitsu. And Dan, who can argue with him? He can finish a fight at any time in any range. It's difficult to find holes in Rockhold's game. But if we are to nitpick, it's perhaps how he deals with emotion in the fight. He was outward in saying that emotions affected him against Vitor Belfort, and the saga with Bisping has been a long one with many words exchanged. Has he learned from that experience, and has he evolved?
Well, all these questions will be answered very shortly. This has been possibly the most emotional build-up to a fight he's experienced, and it will be interesting to see how he deals with that, you know, when the first round starts.
Now, he did say that he was emotional going into the Belfort fight and won't make that mistake again. He wants to embarrass Bisping as well. He wants to take him out in the first round. Subconsciously, is he just piling on the pressure for himself?
Well, you never know. I mean, that could all be part of his game plan. He said he's going to knock him out in the first round. He said he's not been drilling any takedowns. This could all be a ploy to drag Bisping to the canvas and submit him in the first. We know he's very dynamic on the floor. He's got a real strong skill set on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but it's his range striking that always impresses me. He's good at making the octagon very small, backing his opponent into a corner, and then hitting them with big shots from a distance.
Great stuff. Well, Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping is our main event. And here is the tape. At 6'3", 30-year-old Rockhold is taller than the Brit by 2 inches, but more significantly, Bisping has measured a 5-inch shorter reach. With the main event introductions, here's Joe Martinez.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, live around the world on UFC Fight Pass from All Phones Arena here in Sydney, Australia. This is the main event of the evening. 5 rounds scheduled in the UFC middleweight division. Sanctioned by the Combat Sports Authority of New South Wales, Chairman Mr. Dennis Fitzgerald. Executive Officer in attendance is Mr. Craig Waller. The 3 judges scoring this bout at cage side on the 10-point must system, Sal D'Amato, Anthony Demetriou, and Chris Lee. And with the action begins inside the octagon, your referee in charge, Herb Dean. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the judges are ready, the fighters are ready. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Make some noise if you are ready! Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background is in Vale Tudo. At 6 feet 1 inch tall, he weighed in at the middleweight limit, 186 pounds. His professional record stands at 26 victories and 6 defeats. Fighting out of Manchester, England, UK, here is Michael the Bisping! And next his opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner. He is a mixed martial artist standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in also 186 pounds. He brings a professional record that stands at 12 victories and 2 defeats. He is the former Strikeforce middleweight champion, fighting out of Santa Cruz, California, USA. Here is Luke Rockhold.
All right, gentlemen, we've been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. We're gonna have a clean fight. Touch gloves and let's do this.
Whoa, well, it's been a long time coming. Luke Rockhold versus Michael Bisping, the main event here from the All Phones Arena in Sydney, Australia. Sure.
We're off, John.
We are indeed underway. Luke Rockhold wearing the blue wrestling shorts. Michael Bisping in the black shorts.
As Rockhold looking to take control of the centre immediately and put Bisping against the fence, which is where he's probably going to want to contest most of this fight.
A lot has been made of this first round. Luke Rockhold promised that he was going to dispatch the count in this opening 5 minutes. Bisping with that movement and output so evident throughout his career. Rockhold looking very big indeed inside that octagon.
Watch that counter left hook, counter right hook that Rockhold likes. As soon as he starts to drop that, here it is. As soon as he starts to drop that lead right hand, expect it to come over the top of Bisping's lead hand as he steps in.
Yeah, we did some analysis down on inside the octagon, looking at these two guys, and we did say that perhaps Bisping wants to be in the centre octagon, not on the outside, as the footwork of Luke Rockhold, subtle as it is, he does goad you into positions where he can unleash the big right hook and that left body kick.
Headbutt there.
Michael Bisping complaining of a headbutt, and there was a clash of heads, and we can see some damage to the left eye of Michael Bisping.
Yeah, immediately as Rockhold steps in, we see a clash of heads there.
Oh, that's an accidental clash of heads.
That is unfortunate.
But Michael does actually have an injury coming into the fight to the left eye.
I get some Vaseline, please, man.
We can't give you Vaseline now. Well, the doctor's going to look at it to see if you can continue. Vaseline comes at the end of the round, okay?
Yeah. Words there from Herb Dean. You cannot apply any Vaseline during the contest.
I'm good. Okay.
Or these inside these 5 minutes.
Clash of heads.
And Bisping is.
He gets the body lock back. He gets the body lock back.
Oh, they're going back into position.
He earned that.
No, they did it on the way in, Matt.
Come in.
It was on the way in.
It was clean, though. It was clean. The body lock was clean.
A lot of protesting here from Michael Bisping. Wanted to make his point that it was an intentional headbutt.
And one over, one under.
Yeah, I'm joined behind.
Okay, and fight.
So the fighters have been reset by Herb Dean, and we continue with this opening round.
Good work by Michael getting cleared there. You see that damage to the eye of Bisping from the clash of heads.
Yeah, well, Rockhold was already teasing him about that left eye before they even stepped into the octagon. And Bisping's paying a lot of attention to the referee at the moment. He really does need to concentrate on his game. I know it's part of how he goes about his business. Rockhold looking very focused indeed.
He is. Just slightly out of range of most of Bisping's shots so far. Bisping in the centre of the octagon, though, which is really where he should be trying to hold, trying to keep this fight. There's that Rockhold counter right hook again. If you watch the lead foot of Rockhold, if it steps inside, if he steps it inside of Bisping's lead foot, and starts leaning his weight onto his back leg, he's looking for that right hook counter. He uses it quite a lot, used it very well against Philippou.
2:10 left in round number 1. Bisping very much working on the outside. Staying very active. Luke Rockhold planting his feet.
Bisping very keen to get this fight started, whereas Rockhold seems to be much more reluctant than I was expecting.
What Bisping's doing very well, Dan, is shutting that distance down as Rockhold decides that he's going to wind his hips up and throw in those kicks. And he's catching those before they're able to generate an awful lot of power.
Good inside low kick from Bisping there. Rockhold looks very relaxed, doesn't look like the emotion's getting to him at all.
Ooh. Big searching shot there from Rockhold. Got a lot of boos when he came into the All Phones. Crowd very much behind the brick, Michael Bisping. Ooh. Saw that one winding up.
Blocked on the arm of Bisping. Oh, and another body kick.
Bisping, for his last few camps, has been preparing for southpaws, and of course Kung Lee, very much known for those heavy body kicks.
It's a good straight left from Rockhold there. He's really working those body kicks. At the moment, Bisping's either blocking them away from his body or he's trying to catch them. And that's either going to result in a fractured forearm or a kick to the ribs, which neither are preferable. He wants to be tucking his elbow right into his ribs and trying to take that on the side of the arm, so it's not going to do a great deal of damage.
Watch Rockhold going high as well with that kick as well now. It's got Bisping very worried about the body.
Just been wiping the blood out of his eye. It seems to be bothering him a little bit.
Yeah, the camp will be a little bit worried about that. Nice combination there. Right hand, left low kick.
Rockhold smiles, but you know he doesn't want to give any shots to Bisping. Very unorthodox movement, Bisping. He's he's got a very unusual head movement.
Well, there is the end of round number 1.
Big lungs, you're good. Lean back. Fill your lungs. You're good. Hey, listen, when we push him back, Mike, let's stay on him, okay? You use your feints or use your first shots to push him back and then stay with him. He's pulling himself real off balance and leaning back. Trying to catch you with that check hook a little bit, but he's not touching with it. Okay. So stay on him, all right? And don't load up.
Go in there and keep your movement, keep your punches coming. Real nice work.
What are you going to do
Relax on combos and watch it. Yep.
Okay, beautiful.
And just stay nice and busy like you were on the last half of the round. Beautiful job. All right? We're just going to keep finding the timing, okay?
Okay.
Beautiful.
So those kicks of Luke Rockhold, very powerful indeed. And they will start wearing on Bisping the more he has to take of those. So the fight did indeed get out of the first round. We're now into round number 2. The cut on Michael Bisping's left eye does not look like a good one.
Oh, that was a good straight left from Rockhold. Caught Bisping as he was stepping in there. Bisping's clearly respecting Rockhold's ability more than Rockhold is to Bisping. He seems quite well. He doesn't seem to have a great deal of respect for Bisping as he's stepping in. Beautiful, really nice fake over the top whip kick for the front leg. Oh, and a head kick. Bisping's down.
Big head kick.
Oh, and that could be it. This could be the finish. Rockhold's trying to connect with a good shot. Bisping's hurt. There's a guillotine. Could this be sunk? Takes mount position.
Luke Rockhold with a one-arm mounted guillotine. Chokes out Michael Bisping, but very sportingly helps him back to his feet. It is over. The feud is done. And Luke Rockhold is victorious.
Wow. That was a very cerebral approach from Rockhold there. Caught him with a good head kick and then jumped on him to try and land a couple of shots. Didn't connect with anything. Snatched that guillotine beautifully.
Well, we spoke earlier about the heart rate of Michael Bisping. It didn't really look like Luke Rockhold accelerated his heart rate at all.
Nice lead kick there. And then the head kick that followed it buckled Bisping, put him on the seat of his pants, and then followed up with a good shot there. Bisping came back for a second, and as he started to scramble to his feet, Rockhold saw the opportunity to grab a clean guillotine, cinched it up, took mount, and finished it with one arm. Beautiful finish, very nice.
That's almost offensive to finish it in that fashion, but that goes to show just how good Luke Rockhold is with his jiu-jitsu, torquing his back and that left arm under the neck of Michael Bisping, and gets the submission win. Looking at the record of Bisping, he has never been submitted. So Luke Rockhold breaking all kinds of records here at the All Phones tonight. A very impressive performance from the number 5 in the world. So to make it all official, let's send it inside and Joe Martinez.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time. 57 seconds, round number 2, submission by guillotine for your winner, Luke